No, Joseph might have to ask Alex for more wine.
Uh-huh.
He's running out faster than he thought.
The 1946 film Notorious features a pivotal kissing scene that has intrigued audiences and critics alike. This moment, which occurs between Alicia Huberman and T.R. Devlin, was not just a simple display of romance, but a groundbreaking moment in cinematic history. Alfred Hitchcock, known for his innovative storytelling, faced the challenge of adhering to the strict censorship rules of the time. To navigate these constraints, he crafted a scene that was both suggestive and laden with tension. The kiss itself lasts for an extended duration, which was unusual for the era, and serves as a powerful narrative device. It symbolizes the complex relationship between the characters, blending themes of love, betrayal, and espionage. The scene was meticulously choreographed, with Hitchcock using close-ups and camera angles to heighten the emotional stakes. This approach not only captivated viewers, but also pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable in film, making it a defining moment in Notorious, and a significant contribution to the art of cinema.
It's too stuffy in here.
Alicia's journey in the film intertwines deeply with Alexander Sebastian, a pro-Nazi leader who once held a romantic interest in her. Their reunion is charged with tension, as Alicia is now an American agent. Despite her growing feelings for Devlin, her mission complicates her emotions. Devlin, who is also in love with Alicia, faces a difficult situation when their boss, Paul Preston, suggests that Alicia marries Sebastian. This marriage is not born out of love, but rather a strategic move to infiltrate Sebastian's world and gather intelligence on his activities. As Alicia marries Sebastian, the stakes rise. She must navigate her dual life, pretending to be the devoted wife while secretly working against him. The tension escalates when Sebastian begins to suspect that Alicia is not who she claims to be. His love for her clashes with his growing paranoia, creating a dangerous atmosphere. The revelation that Alicia is an American agent puts their plans at risk, leading to a thrilling climax where loyalty, love, and betrayal intertwine. The complexity of their relationships highlights the emotional turmoil faced by each character, making the narrative rich and compelling.
Oh, we shouldn't have had this out here. It's all cold now.
Critics and scholars view Notorious as a watershed moment for Alfred Hitchcock, marking his first serious love story. This film stands out in his body of work, especially in the 1940s, due to its dream cast, which was a rarity for that period. The chemistry between Cary Grant and Ingrid Bergman is often highlighted as a key element that elevates the film. Their performances bring depth to the complex emotional landscape of the story, which intertwines themes of love, betrayal, and espionage. However, the production faced challenges, particularly from David O. Selznick, the original producer. Selznick expressed concerns about Grant's involvement, wanting to replace him with Joseph Cotten. He feared Grant's high salary demands and potential difficulties during production could complicate the project. Despite these obstacles, Notorious emerged as a significant film in Hitchcock's career, showcasing his ability to blend romance with suspense in a way that captivated audiences and critics alike. Principal photography for the movie Notorious began on October 22, 1945, and continued until February 1946. Alfred Hitchcock, known for his meticulous approach to filmmaking, preferred to shoot most of the film indoors on the RKO sound stages. This choice allowed him to maintain maximum control over the environment and the overall look of the film. By using rear projection for the exterior scenes, Hitchcock could create a seamless blend of indoor and outdoor settings while ensuring that lighting and other elements remained consistent. This technique not only enhanced the visual quality of the film, but also allowed for greater flexibility in directing the actors and managing the production. The controlled setting of the sound stages contributed to the film's tense atmosphere, which is a hallmark of Hitchcock's style. The decision to limit outdoor shooting reflected his desire to craft a specific mood and maintain a tight grip on the filmmaking process, showcasing his innovative techniques and artistic vision.
Look, why don't you persuade your husband to throw...
The only outdoor scene filmed in the movie took place at a riding club, where the characters Devlin and Alicia encounter Sebastian while on horseback. This particular scene was shot at the Los Angeles County Arboretum, located in Arcadia, California. The lush landscapes and beautiful surroundings of the Arboretum provided a fitting backdrop for the film's dramatic moments. In addition to this outdoor scene, second unit crews were tasked with capturing establishing exteriors and rear projection footage in various locations. They traveled to Miami and Rio, which added an authentic feel to the film's international elements. Furthermore, the Santa Anita Park racetrack was also utilized for some of the filming, enhancing the movie's visual appeal. These locations contributed to the film's atmosphere, allowing it to blend the tension of espionage with the elegance of its settings. The combination of these carefully chosen sites helped to create a rich visual narrative that complemented the story's themes.
But I feel at home with you.
You know,
The production of the 1946 film Notorious encountered a few challenges that needed to be addressed. One significant issue was the height difference between Claude Rains and Ingrid Bergman. Rains was notably shorter than Bergman, which posed a problem for certain scenes where their characters interacted closely. To resolve this, the production team cleverly used ramps to elevate Rains' height, ensuring that the visual dynamics between the two actors remained convincing and effective on screen. Despite the challenges, Alfred Hitchcock and Ingrid Bergman maintained a strong working relationship throughout the filming process. Hitchcock's infatuation with Bergman was well known, yet it did not hinder their collaboration. Instead, it seemed to foster a unique bond between them. Stories circulated about Bergman attending Hitchcock's dinner parties, which highlighted the personal connection they shared beyond their professional roles. This relationship contributed to the film's overall atmosphere, allowing both actors to deliver powerful performances that resonated with audiences. The combination of their talents and the resolution of production issues ultimately helped make Notorious a classic in cinematic history.
I should feel so bad. When he told me a few years ago what he was.
In the film Notorious, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, the scene where Alicia speeds along a South Florida road showcases innovative studio filming techniques. This particular sequence was not shot on location, but instead created within the confines of a studio. The use of rear projection allowed the filmmakers to project a background image of the South Florida landscape onto a screen behind the car. This technique gave the illusion that the car was moving through a real environment, even though the action was taking place in a controlled setting. To enhance the realism of the scene, Hitchcock employed clever lighting techniques. A motorcyclist appears to approach Alicia's car, creating a sense of urgency and tension. The lighting was carefully designed to simulate the effect of the motorcycle's headlights, making it seem as if the rider was genuinely closing in on her. This combination of rear projection and strategic lighting not only demonstrated Hitchcock's mastery of film techniques, but also contributed to the overall suspense and drama of the narrative. The meticulous attention to detail in this scene exemplifies how studio filming techniques can effectively create immersive cinematic experiences. During the production of Notorious, Alfred Hitchcock's meticulous nature became evident, particularly in his interactions with the cinematographer. Hitchcock suggested specific lighting techniques that, while aimed at enhancing the film's visual storytelling, often irritated the cinematographer. This tension highlighted Hitchcock's unwavering attention to detail and his desire to achieve the perfect shot. He was known for his hands-on approach, ensuring that every element of the film aligned with his vision. After the filming wrapped, a memorable piece of memorabilia emerged from the set. Cary Grant, one of the film's stars, kept the famous Unica key, a significant prop that held meaning within the story. This key became a symbol of the film's intricate plot and the relationships between the characters. In a touching gesture, Grant later gifted the key to Ingrid Bergman, the film's leading lady. Years later, Bergman presented the key to Hitchcock as a tribute, recognizing his genius and the impact he had on their careers. This exchange of the Unica key not only served as a reminder of their collaboration, but also reflected the deep respect and camaraderie that developed among the cast and crew during the making of Notorious.
Mr. Devlin's been transferred to Spain.
To Spain?
Hitchcock faced significant challenges with censorship rules that limited the duration of kissing scenes in films during the 1940s. To creatively navigate these restrictions in Notorious, he devised a clever approach. Instead of a long, uninterrupted kiss, he had the characters kiss, then pull back, kiss again, and engage in conversation while moving around the apartment. This technique not only allowed for a more dynamic scene, but also kept the audience engaged without violating the strict guidelines of the time. The inspiration for this innovative kissing scene came from a personal memory of Hitchcock's. He recalled observing a couple in France, where the girl maintained a firm grip on the boy's arm, even in the most awkward situations, such as when he was urinating. This vivid image of intimacy and connection influenced how Hitchcock portrayed the relationship between the characters in Notorious. By incorporating movement and dialogue into the kissing scenes, he created a sense of realism and emotional depth that resonated with viewers, making the moments feel more genuine and relatable. Hitchcock's ability to work within the confines of censorship while still delivering powerful romantic scenes showcases his skill as a filmmaker. The innovative techniques he employed not only pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable at the time, but also set a precedent for future filmmakers to explore more complex portrayals of love and intimacy on screen.
Wait here.
Alfred Hitchcock's 1946 film Notorious masterfully intertwines espionage and romance, creating a captivating narrative that has left a lasting impression on audiences. The film centers around the complex relationship between Alicia Huberman, played by Ingrid Bergman, and T.R. Devlin, portrayed by Cary Grant. Their dynamic is at the heart of the story, as Devlin, an American agent, recruits Alicia to infiltrate a group of Nazi sympathizers led by her former lover, Alexander Sebastian, played by Claude Rains. This premise, while it may seem melodramatic at first glance, is executed with such finesse that it draws viewers into a world of intrigue and emotional depth. One of the film's standout features is the chemistry between Grant and Bergman. Their performances are nothing short of mesmerizing, with each line delivered with precision and emotional weight. Critics have noted that this chemistry is the vital ingredient that elevates the film, making every moment feel charged with tension and passion. The interplay between their characters, Devlin's conflicted feelings for Alicia and her struggle to navigate her dangerous mission, creates a palpable sense of urgency that keeps audiences engaged throughout. While some viewers have praised the film for its thrilling blend of romance and suspense, others have pointed out that the plot can occasionally veer into melodrama. The stakes are undeniably high, and the emotional turmoil experienced by the characters can feel overwhelming at times. However, many argue that this intensity is precisely what makes Notorious so compelling. The film's ability to balance these elements, romantic longing, betrayal, and espionage, demonstrates Hitchcock's skill as a storyteller. Claude Rains' performance as the charming yet sinister Sebastian adds another layer of complexity to the film. His character's duplicitous nature creates a fascinating contrast to the more straightforward motivations of Grant and Bergman. While some viewers have found Rains' portrayal to be slightly over the top, others appreciate the nuance he brings to the role, making Sebastian a memorable antagonist. His interactions with Alicia are fraught with tension, as she must navigate her feelings for both men while fulfilling her dangerous mission. Visually, Notorious is a triumph. Hitchcock's direction is both stylish and purposeful, with each shot meticulously crafted to enhance the storytelling. The use of lighting and camera angles contributes to the film's overall atmosphere, creating a sense of unease that complements the narrative's themes of deception and trust. The iconic scenes, such as the famous key in the locked door moment, showcase Hitchcock's ability to build suspense in a way that feels both innovative and timeless. In conclusion, Notorious stands as a testament to Hitchcock's mastery of blending genres, offering a rich tapestry of romance and intrigue that resonates with viewers. While opinions may vary on certain aspects of the film, such as the melodramatic elements or the performances of supporting characters, the overall impact of the film remains undeniable. It is a cinematic experience that captivates and enthralls, leaving audiences spellbound long after the credits roll. The film's enduring legacy is a reflection of its ability to engage with complex themes, while delivering a thrilling narrative, making it a must-see for fans of classic cinema.
I'll be glad to tell you. Will you excuse me, Senora?
Do you mind?
As we close the curtain on the thrilling tale of Notorious, a world of intrigue still awaits. The film not only captivated audiences with its suspenseful plot, but also introduced us to a remarkable cast, whose lives took unexpected turns after the final credits rolled. What became of Ingrid Bergman, the enigmatic star who played Alicia, and Cary Grant, the charming yet complex Devlin? Their careers flourished, but not without personal struggles and triumphs that shaped their legacies. Join us as we delve deeper into the lives of these iconic actors and the paths they forged in Hollywood and beyond. Discover the hidden stories behind their choices, the roles that defined them, and the impact they left on the film industry. From awards to controversies, their journeys are as compelling as the film itself. Stay tuned as we unravel the fascinating aftermath of Notorious, revealing the secrets that linger long after the screen fades to black.
But we are worried about you visiting this office.
I promise not to break the rules again, but I need some advice and I couldn't.
In the 1946 film Notorious, Bess Flowers plays the role of a party guest, a character that adds to the film's atmosphere of glamour and intrigue. Flowers, known for her ability to blend into the background while enhancing the scenes she was in, became a familiar face in Hollywood. Her career spanned over 5 decades, during which she appeared in more than 100 films, often in uncredited roles. Despite her extensive work, she remained largely unknown to the public, embodying the archetype of the Hollywood extra. Beyond her film career, Bess Flowers faced personal hardships. She endured the loss of her husband, which left her grappling with loneliness and financial instability. Flowers also navigated the complexities of Hollywood's social scene, where scandals and rumors often swirled around her. Despite these challenges, she maintained a resilient spirit, continuing to work in the industry until the late 1970s. In her later years, Flowers lived a quiet life, largely out of the public eye. The last known information about her indicates that she passed away in 1984, leaving behind a legacy as a steadfast presence in the golden age of cinema. Her story reflects the often overlooked lives of those who contributed to the magic of film, yet remained in the shadows.
Making friends with gentlemen, and we want somebody inside his house, in his confidence.
You have faith in this procedure, Captain Prescott?
Claude Rains delivered a haunting performance as Alexander Alex Sebastian in the 1946 film Notorious. His portrayal of a man torn between love and loyalty to a dangerous cause added layers of complexity to the character. Rains embodied the dark, brooding nature of Sebastian, a man who becomes increasingly ensnared in a web of espionage and betrayal. His ability to convey vulnerability while maintaining an air of menace made his role unforgettable. After Notorious, Rains continued to work in film and theater, but his career faced challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen as a villain or a morally ambiguous character. Personal hardships marked his life, including a tumultuous marriage to actress Frances Mercer, which ended in divorce. Rains battled alcoholism, which affected his health and relationships. Despite these struggles, he remained a respected figure in Hollywood. In his later years, Rains found solace in teaching acting and continued to perform until his death in 1967. His legacy endures through his memorable roles and the impact he had on the film industry. Louis Calhern's portrayal of Captain Paul Prescott in the 1946 film Notorious is a striking example of his ability to embody complex characters. Prescott is a man caught in a web of espionage and moral ambiguity, reflecting the darker themes of the post-war era. Calhern's performance is marked by a brooding intensity, capturing the character's internal struggles and the weight of his decisions. This role solidified Calhern's reputation as a skilled actor capable of navigating the shadows of human nature. Calhern's career spanned several decades, beginning in the 1920s. He appeared in numerous films and stage productions, often playing authoritative figures. However, his life was not without turmoil. He faced personal hardships, including a tumultuous marriage to actress and singer Mary McCarty, which ended in divorce. Calhern also battled health issues, including a serious heart condition that plagued him in his later years. In 1956, Calhern passed away from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of compelling performances. His final years were marked by a struggle against illness, yet he remained dedicated to his craft until the end. The shadows of his roles linger, a testament to his ability to portray the complexities of the human experience.
Come on, don't accept yourself. Come, be quiet.
Reinhold Schinzel played Dr. Anderson in the 1946 film Notorious, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters. Dr. Anderson is a pivotal figure, caught in a web of espionage and moral ambiguity. Schinzel's performance adds a layer of tension as he navigates the treacherous waters of loyalty and betrayal. His portrayal is marked by a chilling calmness, reflecting the dark themes of the film. After Notorious, Schinzel's career faced challenges. He was born in Germany and had a successful start in the film industry during the Weimar Republic. However, the rise of the Nazi regime forced him to flee to the United States, where he struggled to find roles that matched his talent. His personal life was marred by scandals, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce. Schinzel battled depression and financial difficulties, which haunted him throughout his later years. In the 1950s, he faded from the spotlight, with few known projects. The last known information about him suggests he lived a quiet life away from the public eye until his death in 1954. His legacy remains, marked by a haunting presence in cinema that continues to intrigue audiences.
It keeps me awake.
I love you.
Gavin Gordon's portrayal of Ernest Whalen in the 1946 film Notorious is marked by a chilling intensity that captures the character's complex nature. Whalen, a man entangled in espionage and betrayal, is both a villain and a tragic figure, reflecting the dark themes of the film. Gordon's performance is haunting, leaving a lasting impression on audiences and critics alike. After Notorious, Gordon's career took a downward turn. He struggled to find significant roles, often relegated to minor parts in lesser-known films and television shows. His personal life was fraught with challenges. Gordon faced financial difficulties and battled alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career opportunities. Scandals surrounding his private life, including tumultuous romances and public altercations, further tarnished his reputation. In his later years, Gordon became reclusive, retreating from the public eye. The last known information about him suggests he lived in relative obscurity, with few details emerging about his final days. His legacy remains tied to his haunting role in Notorious, a stark reminder of the fragility of fame and the shadows that can follow an actor long after the spotlight fades.
I thought you'd get around to it.
Make it a double.
This costs $7.
Ronnie Olson's portrayal of Walter Beardsley in the 1946 film Notorious is a chilling representation of a man caught in a web of espionage and moral ambiguity. Olson's performance captures the essence of Beardsley, a character whose charm masks a sinister agenda. His ability to convey both sophistication and menace adds depth to the film, making Beardsley a memorable antagonist. Olson's career spans several decades, marked by his work in theater, radio, and film. He was known for his distinctive voice and commanding presence, which made him a sought-after character actor. However, his life was not without challenges. Olson faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism that affected his relationships and career. He also dealt with the pressures of Hollywood, where the line between public persona and private life often blurred. In his later years, Olson continued to work in film and television but gradually faded from the spotlight. He passed away in 1952, leaving behind a legacy of complex characters and a career that reflected both his talent and the darker sides of fame. The details of his final years remain scarce, shrouded in the mystery that often surrounds the lives of those who once captivated audiences.
No, we can handle her.
Where are you taking her?
You answer that.
Elizabeth Wilson's role as the woman at the party in the 1946 film Notorious is a subtle yet significant presence. She embodies the tension and intrigue of the social elite, serving as a backdrop to the film's central drama. Her character adds layers to the atmosphere, reflecting the post-war complexities of trust and betrayal. Wilson's performance, though brief, captures the essence of a world where appearances can be deceiving, hinting at the darker undercurrents of the narrative. After Notorious, Elizabeth Wilson's career continued to flourish, with notable performances on stage and screen. She became known for her versatility, appearing in various productions, including Broadway plays. However, her life was not without challenges. Wilson faced personal hardships, including struggles with mental health and the pressures of fame. Scandals occasionally surrounded her, particularly in the context of her relationships, which were often scrutinized by the media. In her later years, Wilson remained active in theater and film, earning acclaim for her work. The last known information about her indicates that she continued to inspire audiences until her passing in 2015. Leaving behind a legacy marked by resilience and talent.
House, have you?
Oh, it's quite a jolly little cottage.
Let me show you around places.
Later, his nibs is on the train.
Virginia Gregg played the role of the file clerk in the 1946 film Notorious, a character that, while minor, contributed to the film's tense atmosphere. Her portrayal added a layer of authenticity to the bureaucratic world surrounding the main characters, reflecting the post-war anxieties of the time. Greg's ability to convey subtle emotions through her expressions made her a memorable presence, even in a brief role. After Notorious, Virginia Gregg's career continued to flourish, particularly in television. She became known for her voice work, notably as the character of Mother on the radio show, and later in the television series Dragnet. However, her life was not without challenges. Gregg faced personal hardships, including struggles with depression and the pressures of Hollywood. She was involved in a scandal when her marriage to actor and director John McIntyre ended, leading to public scrutiny. In her later years, Gregg remained active in the industry, but gradually faded from the spotlight. The last known information about her indicates that she passed away in 1986, leaving behind a legacy of diverse roles and a complex personal history.
No. Hangover.
Cary Grant's portrayal of Devlin in the 1946 film Notorious is a complex blend of charm and moral ambiguity. As a government agent tasked with infiltrating a group of Nazis, Devlin's character grapples with his feelings for Alicia, played by Ingrid Bergman. This role marked a significant moment in Grant's career, showcasing his ability to convey deep emotional conflict while maintaining his suave persona. The film's tension mirrors Grant's own life, filled with personal struggles and public scrutiny. After Notorious, Grant's life was marked by a series of challenges. He faced a tumultuous marriage to actress Betsy Drake, which ended in divorce. His relationships were often fraught with scandal, including rumored affairs with high-profile figures like Howard Hughes, and a complicated friendship with fellow actor Randolph Scott. Grant battled with anxiety and depression, leading him to seek therapy, a rare move for a man of his era. In his later years, Grant found solace in spirituality and became a devoted practitioner of yoga. He retired from acting in the 1960s, leaving behind a legacy of iconic performances. The last known information about Cary Grant indicates he lived a quiet life until his death in 1986, leaving fans to ponder the enigmatic man behind the charming facade.
You got a coat?
In the closet.
Frank Wilcox portrayed an FBI agent in the 1946 film Notorious, a role that added a layer of tension and intrigue to the narrative. His character was pivotal in the investigation of a Nazi ring in South America, showcasing the FBI's relentless pursuit of justice in a post-war world. Wilcox's performance captured the essence of a man torn between duty and the moral complexities of espionage, reflecting the darker themes of loyalty and betrayal. After Notorious, Wilcox's career continued in film and television, but he faced personal challenges that shadowed his professional life. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen as a stern authority figure, which limited his roles. In the 1950s, he faced a scandal involving allegations of misconduct, which tarnished his reputation and led to a temporary decline in his career. Despite these hardships, he remained resilient, taking on various roles in theater and smaller films. In his later years, Wilcox became involved in community theater, finding solace in the craft that had once brought him fame. He passed away in 1964, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his contributions to cinema and the complexities of his personal life. The last known information about him reflects a man who, despite the shadows of scandal and typecasting, continued to pursue his passion for acting until the end.
Alex Sebastian.
Yes.
One of my father's friends, yes.
Bea Benaderet played a minor yet memorable role as a file clerk in the 1946 film Notorious. Her character, though not central to the plot, added a layer of authenticity to the film's tense atmosphere. Benadet's performance showcased her ability to convey depth and emotion, even in a small part, hinting at her talent that would later shine in television. After Notorious, Benadet's career flourished, particularly in radio and television. She became well known for her roles in popular shows like The Beverly Hillbillies and Petticoat Junction. However, her life was not without challenges. She faced personal hardships, including the tragic loss of her husband, which deeply affected her. Benaderet also battled health issues, including a long struggle with cancer, which ultimately led to her passing in 1968. Despite her struggles, she left a lasting legacy in the entertainment industry. Her ability to bring warmth and humor to her roles made her a beloved figure. The last known information about her life reflects a woman who faced adversity with resilience, leaving behind a rich body of work that continues to be celebrated.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'd forgotten about the keys. Of course I'll get them for you. Well.
Ingrid Bergman's portrayal of Alicia Huberman in the 1946 film Notorious is a haunting exploration of love, betrayal, and sacrifice. Alicia, the daughter of a Nazi spy, becomes embroiled in a dangerous mission to infiltrate a group of Nazis in South America. Bergman's performance is marked by a deep vulnerability as she navigates the complexities of her character's moral dilemmas and emotional turmoil. Her chemistry with co-star Cary Grant adds layers to the narrative, making Alicia's struggles palpable and intense. After Notorious, Bergman's life took a tumultuous turn. She faced public scrutiny when her affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini became known, leading to a scandal that overshadowed her career. The backlash was severe, resulting in her being labeled as a pariah in Hollywood. Despite this, she found redemption in Europe, where she continued to work in film and theater, earning acclaim for her roles in films like Stromboli and Journey to Italy. Bergman battled personal hardships, including a tumultuous marriage to Rossellini and later struggles with depression. She faced health issues, including breast cancer, which she bravely fought. In her later years, she returned to Hollywood, winning 2 more Academy Awards and solidifying her legacy as one of cinema's greatest actresses. The last known information about her life reveals that she passed away in 1982, leaving behind a complex legacy marked by both brilliance and controversy.
Right. Let's sit down.
Thank you.
You have the steam on my government, senorita.
But we are worried about your visiting this office.
Wally Brown played Mr. Hopkins in the 1946 film Notorious, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters. His portrayal added a layer of tension to the film, as he navigated the dark undercurrents of espionage and betrayal. Brown's performance was marked by a subtle intensity, making Mr. Hopkins a memorable figure in a story filled with moral ambiguity. After Notorious, Brown's career faced challenges. He struggled to find roles that matched his earlier success, leading to a decline in his visibility in Hollywood. His personal life was marred by scandals, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce. Brown battled alcoholism, which further complicated his career and personal relationships. Despite these hardships, he continued to work in smaller productions and television, but never regained his former prominence. In his later years, Brown became reclusive, distancing himself from the public eye. The last known information about him suggests he lived a quiet life, reflecting on his past while grappling with the shadows of his earlier fame.
Asking you,
It's up to you.
not a peep.
In the 1946 film Notorious, Alfred Hitchcock plays a role that embodies the dark allure of a man drinking champagne at a lavish party. This character, shrouded in mystery, reflects Hitchcock's own complex persona. Known for his mastery of suspense, Hitchcock's life was equally filled with intrigue and shadows. He faced personal hardships, including a troubled relationship with his mother, which haunted him throughout his life. His marriage to Alma Reville was a partnership of creativity, but also fraught with tension, particularly due to his obsessive work habits and rumored infidelities. Hitchcock's career was marked by groundbreaking films that often explored themes of obsession and betrayal. However, he faced scandals, such as accusations of sexual harassment from actresses like Tippi Hedren during the making of The Birds. These incidents cast a long shadow over his legacy, revealing a darker side to the man behind the camera. As of the latest information, Hitchcock's influence continues to resonate in modern cinema, with filmmakers citing his techniques and storytelling as foundational. His films remain a subject of study, ensuring that his enigmatic presence lingers in the shadows of film history.
Be carrying us along the ocean very soon.
You can expect many.
Antonio Moreno's portrayal of Senor Ortiza in the 1946 film Notorious is a haunting performance that lingers in the shadows of the story. As a character entwined in espionage and betrayal, Ortiza embodies the tension and moral ambiguity that defines the film. Moreno's ability to convey a sense of danger and intrigue adds depth to the narrative, making his role pivotal yet enigmatic. After Notorious, Moreno's career took a turn. He faced personal hardships, including financial struggles that plagued many actors of his era. The transition from silent films to talkies was not kind to all, and Moreno found himself navigating a changing industry. His later years were marked by a series of scandals, including rumored affairs that tarnished his public image. These incidents often overshadowed his artistic contributions, leading to a decline in his popularity. In his final years, Moreno became reclusive, retreating from the public eye. The The last known information about him suggests he lived in relative obscurity, reflecting on a career that once shone brightly, but was marred by personal demons and industry challenges. His legacy remains a complex tapestry of talent and turmoil.
How sweet. Young men usually have short memories. Oh, here's something I adore, champagne. Oh,
As we wrap up our look at the 1946 film Notorious, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia. The film not only showcased the incredible talents of Ingrid Bergman, Cary Grant, and Claude Rains, but also marked a pivotal moment in their careers. Bergman faced backlash for her personal life, yet she emerged stronger, becoming an enduring icon. Cary Grant, known for his charm, took on a more complex role, showing his range as an actor. Rains, often typecast, found depth in his portrayal of a conflicted villain. Did you watch Notorious in your childhood? Perhaps it was a family movie night or a late-night classic on TV. What memories do you have connected to this film? We would love to hear your stories. Share your experiences in the comments below. Your memories help keep the spirit of this classic alive, reminding us of the impact it had on audiences then and now.
Your eyes.
Oh.